Hello everyone, welcome back to our video number 2, session number 4, and we are discussing about form and input. Okay, form and input tags. These are nesting tags which needs to be used one after the other. And today I'll be making it very simple. So if you want to collect input, if you want to collect input from, if you want to collect input from the user on a web page, you need a form tag followed by an input internal tag. Okay, so let me take this opportunity on that and I'll be creating a form tag. This might go for 3 days session because this is very important in your HTML. Without this, many things doesn't work. We have a form tag and here we'll be having a self-close tag called input. Self-close class called input where I'll be explaining you people the type. Okay, we need to have a name, ID, value, and many more attributes. It will have many more attributes here to display and to explain. For now, I'll make it very simple. So we will be having a form tag, no attributes, but there are two attributes here. One is known as method. The other one is known as action. So which we will be discussing in video number 2, 3, and 4 because form tag is pretty important, a very important one to go with. So method and action, how it needs, we will be discussing on this one later. For now, let us go back to the story of our SQL where we created our student one, right? So this table. So I want to collect their first name, last name, the gender, my, so something like this, right? I want to collect this. How do I do it? Okay, if I want to collect their first name, last name, the gender, um, the city, the pin code, the birth date, and others, right? So that's what I wanted to do now. So basically, I'll keep it simple for first name, last name, and name ID value I'll be discussing in the upcoming videos. For now, it is only type. So I'll make it simple now. So type, there are many values for the type. So which will be a text one. I'll call this one as HTML. This is my form1.html. Form1.html. So now I would like to run this. Control O, HTML, form1. Okay, you can see this. It is not a beautiful form, which we will elaborate because we need CSS also along with this. You can type. So there are many others also, like text. We can have an email data type. So if you reload the browser, you don't see anything difference here. But whenever you have input, there are two types which is important. Let me go with text. I'll take three text with a break tag in between. If I don't use this, what will happen? So it will display all the three text like this. 1, 2, 3. We can design all these things later. So let us go with a break tag for all the three. And what is important in the form for the type, once you have the input specified like text, number, date, I'll go with 3. You need to have two more input type. Every form is expected to have all your input types text, number, date. Very importantly, you need to have submit type and reset type. Submit type and reset type. When you click the button submit, it will take you to the action page. Let's call it as google.com for now. So https://google.com. Okay. So when you click on submit button, it will take you to this page. And when you click on reset, it will be resetting your form. Let me reload the browser. So here is my, let's assume that it is the name. Then let me call it as number, right? I'll go with my total and date, 14/11/1990. If I click on submit, it will take me to the Google page. You can see this, right? That is the importance of the action attribute with your URL. If I click on reset, let me go back here. So if I click on reset button, it will bring it back to the original values. That is empty part. So this is important. This will work only if you have a form tag. Now keep an eye on this one. I'll remove the form tag. I'll save it and I'll reload the browser. This looks beautiful, but the problem is your reset will not work now. This button will not work. Why? Because it is not enclosed in the form tag. It is not enclosed in the form tag. So I have typed it, reload the browser, type it. You cannot type numbers, alphabets here. If I click on reset, you can see that it is gone. So if you want to use submit and reset, it has to be in the form tag. So preferably you will have only one submit and only one reset. But I don't want this submit button. Okay. I don't want the name, the label which is visible here should be different. So then you'll be using the value attribute. Update, value update, and value will be clear. So what will happen now? So it will now have a different name on the button or label, update and clear. You can see this. So how did we get that? With the help of value attribute. So we'll be discussing a lot of different types of input what we can collect from the user. And if you want to store it from here after, we need a database, we need a server side language, which we'll be picking next week. Server side language, I would like to pick that next week. For now, I want you people to understand this one. So using this input itself, I would like to have a external CSS also connected to this one. Hmm. Okay. I would like to have an external CSS also connected to this. So which will be our next video. So a short video on form tag, uh, so that you understand form is very important to have your inputs. Why? Because submit and reset should work. We can have a different value here. So we have a couple of more attributes to discuss, which we will be doing as and when we progress in this training. Today, I just wanted you people to explore it. And don't forget, try to explore more in your HTML session here. So make use of this. This will be favorite for many people. Okay, you can go with form tag. I think it should be here. Formatting, quotation, list, layout, responsive. Very important is forms. Yeah, you can see all these things here. Forms, form attributes, form elements, form inputs, input attributes. You can see button, checkbox, color, date, time, locale, email, file, hidden, image, month, number, password, radio, range, reset, search, submit, telephone number, text, time, URL, and the week. Okay, huge one. By default, it is always text if you don't specify it. Here are some of the examples which you can go ahead and learn it. Okay, if I come to form attributes, we have action attribute here. You can use this technical term, very important for your interview perspective. And action, you have the method attributes, get and post, two values where it will take you to this page, which we will discuss because this is very important for your very important tag. All the everything is important, but this is very important here. So we'll be giving a pause on this video and we'll be starting with external CSS. Thank you.